Hi, hello, what's up, Jelly Cups? My name is Crispy Jelly, and it's raining. I live in Florida. So unfortunately, I constantly have rain going on outside, but that will not stop me from making this video. So if you hear any rain or thunder outside, please ignore it. That is simply Florida weather. Anyway, today I will be talking about the new live-action Snow White remake. So already this movie has caused quite a bit of hubbub because let's do a small comparison. You have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Disney, animated from about 80 years ago. Now you have live action Snow non-Caucasian and the Seven Leprechauns. And this is what it looks like. I'll also probably be using this picture as my thumbnail. So this movie has stirred up quite a lot of hubbub because obviously they're changing a lot about the movie. And I'm going to be going over a couple of the biggest issues that I foresee with this movie. Obviously it is not out yet, I cannot see it, but I doubt I will even watch it, so good enough for me. So there are about 3 main issues with it, but I'm going to go over some of the minor ones first. So first of all, I see this as a minor issue, which is the race swap thing, which is from her being Snow White to Snow Brown now. And this is a weird issue to behold, because this is one of the few times where a story is literally based off of skin color. The whole story is based off of the initial starting point is the mother pricks her finger, blood falls onto a windowsill made of ebony with snow on it, and she's like, I wish I had a child whose skin was white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony, right? And so that was the whole thing, is those are her defining features, and that's what makes her beautiful. And then the evil queen's like, Mirror, who's the hottest? And he's like, yo, it's that Snow White chick. She's out there with the black hair and all that. And she's like, what? And so goes to poison her. But the issue is, that don't really seem how it would be working in the new one. So from what it's been described as, also from what you can see visually, is she's not named Snow White because of her appearance anymore. She's now named Snow White for no reason. On top of that, at least from what I have heard, is that the definition of fairest of them all has now been changed from what was initially in the original story as who had the whitest skin, which was then changed to who was the most beautiful, and is now apparently been changed into fair as in just, as in who is the most righteous, who is the most equal. Which also does not really make sense, because an evil queen is not going to be equal in any sense of the word. So why would she ask the mirror that when she's like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most just of them all? That rat over there is more just than you. So it's like, I get the feeling that this isn't going to play out the way they want. I think just is a bad way to do it. Oh yeah, another issue I almost forgot to talk about was the fact that the prince is not going to be the hero at the end of the movie. Now, this has been an increasing issue that we've seen out of a lot of these types of movies. Just look at, like, Peter Pan and Wendy, or any of, I'm not going to list them. There's too many at this point. But I'm going to be making a video on that topic at some point. I don't know. It might take a little while, but I'm planning on it. But at any rate, the actress herself in an interview has confirmed that the prince will not be saving her in this movie. Which, again, takes away part of the point of the movie. And I would see that as a bigger issue, but because of how it's such a widespread issue, I'm not going to blame that entirely on this particular movie. The 2 big issues I've got listed next up are more personalized for this specific movie, rather than as a general issue in a lot of movies. So, anyway, back to the story. Main issues. So, one of the main issues is the septuplet of magical creatures that are not dwarves anymore. Now, this obviously has gone crazy because people are like, oh, it's gonna be offensive if they're dwarves, so they can't be dwarves. And then the dwarves are like, what the heck are you talking about? We need jobs too. And I am over here like, what is happening? So what's happened is they've stolen the jobs from dwarves and given them to normal people. And to any dwarves, I don't know what you guys prefer to be words. I use dwarves because it's easy. People of short stature, of unusually short stature. Anyway, so now that the dwarves are no longer being played by dwarves, it takes the whole dwarf thing out of context, and now it's just normal people in really colorful clothing. which takes the entire thing out of the way. The whole point was to have, like, magical creatures, right, who were very distinct from humans, and that was represented by their extremely short stature and their very unique facial features in the animated film. They were very animated. You can see that by comparing the Prince to Dopey or any of the other ones. And so, but now we just have human-looking things with colorful clothing. Same as Snow White, who also has colorful clothing. And they all kind of look the same. That takes a whole... Not only does that take an opportunity from the story, it also takes many acting opportunities from the dwarf actors who are unable to play normal roles in other movies. They have to have specific roles, or they'll just be chosen less than a normal guy. So that's the first big issue that I've been seeing circulating. Another one was from an interview that the actress did. So generally, I try and keep actors and actresses away from the artwork that they're in. I try and judge it based off of how good their acting is, not what they think on the outside, you know? But the thing is, this particular issue is a bit odd because of the way the actress is describing the movie she has been a part of. So in this thing, she says,
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again.
She's only watched the movie once, and she was scared of it. But the thing is, everyone else liked that movie and thought it was beloved. So if you're making a movie that is not like the movie that you were scared of, then it's not like the movie that was beloved to the people that watched the first one. Which means that they're probably not gonna like this next one. I'm seeing a weird, there's a continuity error, I think, in this. Something's off about this. She's created a contradiction of herself. So, because if she's basically saying, this original work of art that everybody loved, I didn't like, and this new one that we have created, I like a lot. And so, therefore, my only equal and thing is that the new one, the other people won't like. You know, it's a flip-flop. And so if you're immediately saying, this thing that people have enjoyed, yeah, we changed the whole thing, so you guys are gonna love it even more now. You totally didn't love it because it was unchanged, or because it was a certain way, and now that we've changed the way it is, you won't like it anymore. Totally not. That's not how it works. It's the name that makes it important, right? Snow White, right? It's still Snow White, except Snow not white, and the 7 magical fairies. So, enjoy. I will actually be making a video on this topic in the future. Not Snow White. This is probably the only one of that, but it's gonna be on the idea sort of gatekeeping. I've got some ideas. I don't know if gatekeeping's the right word, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of my thoughts for this movie, and I'm not gonna watch it most likely unless something really interesting happens, which who knows? You know, maybe it's a possibility. I'm gonna be making more videos like this hopefully soon. I've got some days off, and so using the time I've got, I'm gonna be making some more stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you stick around for future content. Enjoy, and have a nice day. Bye.